All right, in the midst of a morning, it's often really easy to become task-oriented and focused and forget that we're actually trying to worship. The people at the soundboard, the people at the video station, the musicians on stage, we all have responsibilities and tasks we're working on. But all of those are centered around bringing people into worship and worshiping ourselves, which is a really hard thing to do sometimes. But it's something, remind yourself throughout the morning, remind others throughout the morning, kind of bring it back to where you are focused on praising God and glorifying God. That is the goal. Yes, getting good sound in the room is a good goal, but frankly, more important than that is being graceful, communicating with people, caring for people, making sure that we're not overtaxing people. It's really easy to do, especially with sound, because a lot of times we're in our own heads. We've got a lot of things we're doing. We've got a lot of buttons and faders to manipulate, things to manipulate here, but we want to be focused on stage. We want to make sure that our focus is on what's going on down there and we're facilitating what's happening on stage. So most of the time, I don't want to, if I'm ever able to mindfully recognize it, I don't want to focus on the board. I want to focus on what's going on down there and positioning my fingers maybe on where I need them to be, but my focus is going to be out there with the musicians. That also comes with communication. It's hard because the people down on stage aren't able to hear us or see us very well unless we really make an effort to communicate. So with the talkback microphone, again, we've got a talkback mic beside the board here and a TB button, talkback, over here on the right. I'm going to press that whenever I'd like to speak, and it will light up. You can see it's lit up whenever I'm speaking into it. Now, whenever I'm running sound check, if you can give a big view of me, whenever I'm running sound check, I want to clearly communicate to all of the vocalists, all the musicians on stage, over-articulate, make sure that they can hear me, typically kind of be respectful of where they're at. If they're in a moment of prayer, I don't want to be chiming in. If they're communicating something really important about the song arrangement, I'm going to pick my moment and wait until there's a second of downtime or a second where I can kind of interject. If there's a major problem or something that really needs to be addressed in an emergency, then I'm going to do that quickly and right away. Another thing kind of about that culture is because we've got the talkback mic, need to be able to assist the video people, which means that if there's something that the video director or the lyrics and pro-presenter person needs to communicate to the band or with the worship leader, I want to make sure that that worship leader is up on their particular fader and that their DCA is up so that I can hear them talking. But also, I want to make sure that I've got that talkback microphone that I've given to the director. I'm holding it up for them and helping them speak. It's one of the things that we can just enhance our communication and try and more effectively figure out how best to do what we need to do on a Sunday morning. During sound check, it's also easy to kind of be a little bit tentative and take a second and talk quietly or maybe ask politely for something. Frankly, sound check is supposed to be as efficient as possible. It's better if you're a little bit authoritative and guide the musicians through sound check. Typically how I might do that is saying, okay, kick please. Good on kick, snare please. Oh, keep going snare, keep going. Okay, I want to guide through, I want to communicate to them what I need so that they can effectively give me what I need. Feel free to gracefully ask musicians that are playing when you're trying to sound check or figure something else out. You can ask them to stop, just be graceful about it. And also ask for what you need. So if you still need to figure something out, tell the musicians hey, can I please hear that acoustic guitar? I think you don't even have to tell them it's mispatched, but while you're figuring out the patching or whatever, just say, yep, keep going. I like to do both auditory communication by talking into that talkback, in physical communication, big physical communication, to hopefully help them see me on stage, just to reinforce whatever I'm doing. All right, that's a little bit about some communication.